live technically, if I'm correct. So here we go. So we're back to our solo playthrough. Well, not solo, but I'm playing against myself. And if I read this correctly, it is my turn to go. And this should be at 1 here. So we'll fix that right now. Okay, so it's 2 victory points there, and I think I'm leaving off with my turn having to go. So let's get that going from here. Just one thing I want to do is I'm just going to double check the audio, make sure the audio is working great, because I know I have sometimes audio issues. Did check it earlier, but I was going to double check it. Double checking it, guys. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong with double checking audio ever. So that's why I'm going to just double check quick. Alright. Perfect. Audio works good. So I guess we can just go right from there. Alright, let's continue on for a game. So where we're at right now is the it's Warmock's turn to go, which is the team I want to win. And after that, they get to go. I mean, they have 2 more movement points, if I'm correct. And okay, this is set up with 3 site. Set up 2 site here. Okay, interesting. So the British have 2 more movement points left. Do we want to use them? I do want to leave this guy here to cap the fuel. We need the fuel for the British. We're not doing bad on fuel. We got 2 fuel points. So not so bad on the fuel aspect. We can't go here because we're gonna get pinned. This guy has 1, 2, 3 range, so we can't go there either. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they passed and went back to us, the Wehrmacht. So I'm just gonna put the retreat points on the map right now, just so we know. Retreat points. I'll use you know what? Here we go. Nope. We'll do this. Make that the retreat point, just so we have a reference then of where enemies are retreating to, or where we would retreat to. So it's gonna be 1 retreat point here. Make the second retreat point right here. Actually, there's 3 points right there. Okay, make it a little easier for us. Alright, so Wehrmacht, what are we doing here? 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. It's a very nice bow for placement there by the British, so I do like that a lot. We can't build with them either. That's right. But I do want to start moving them in. I don't like the fact that they're just sitting. Okay, so yeah. What I'm going to do here is I have to get them out, and this is our last turn for the Warmock. If I go this way, it's going to open up somewhat of a door, but I could also, my worry here is my MG's got to retreat because he's got 2 health left. With the Bofer having 3 dice roll. So I can go 1, 2. 1, 2. That's what we'll do. And we will set up for 3 right here like this. That's what we'll do. Because that's gonna give us the protection I want. I don't want to have the bow because this he come in right now, which by him I mean me, the other player. But I do want to hold my battleground there, and I don't want him to take this. I need munitions for the Germans. It's so important, especially for the Wehrmacht player. Starting off in the first game, it's a little difficult to catch up. So if you're going that route. British, we got 3 points left to spend. It's a setup here, so it's pinning me pretty hard. I can't run through here. Pinning here. It's pinning here. I almost think it's worth it. 1. Oh, I can only move 1. Because he already got 2 cubes used up. So you can't use, not only during movement phase, you can only ever use 2 cubes. I mean 3 cubes per unit. So 2 units here having 2 cubes, I can only use 1 more to either move him. So it's not too many options there. I can move this guy, but the problem is this MG is pinning everything here. So he's not in a good spot. This MG's pinning 2 hexes away here. And the reason why this MG has 3 hex is because of the sight blocker right there. He's got 3 range and range and sight, so he can see 3 and attack 3. So if I leave this guy here, he will protect this. But the problem is, I don't know if I want to do that as British. And him, he doesn't have any. He's rolling an anti-infantry dice against this, so it's not going to be as bad as the damage won't be as bad. The question is, oh, literally, this guy's almost kind of to a fault. Hindering my movement. I mean, it really is. We got, because I need this fuel point here, which I'm going to leave this guy there. And this guy, I almost don't want to move him, as strange as that sounds. Because I don't want to be at the disadvantage here. That's kind of the idea there. If we move, it's going to be a disadvantage. I do want to keep him by because he can heal him to in place. And if I really want to, I can drop a mortar team here, which I think what I'll do. Because that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be the better idea to go. Alright, so the British player, I am going to also, I'm going to forfeit my last 3 pieces. So now we're going to reset the board. Get our command points back. And we are going to see if anybody if there's any fights happening. There is. Fight here. It's a fight here. And no fight here. So, what do we got here? And the reason why there's a fight here, I'll kind of explain to you right now as you guys are watching, just in case you're trying to have any questions. So this guy, every unit has basic sight at 2. All units do. All emplacements have basic sight at 2. One of the British's nice strong advancements is, you see this eye here? It adds +1 range and +1 sight. So it has now sight of 3. 1, 2, 3. And it also has range of 3. So he's hitting this guy here. That's what that means there. So, but my MG is going to attack this here, and it's also going to add a an anti-tank fix there. So, and that's their damage phase. You just mark it out like that. So that's what's going on there. Other than that, I don't think there's any other targets. Oh, this guy, I'm sorry, is 1, 2, 3. There we go. We do have another target here. So we're going to drop another dice here. And we're going to roll off. And once the damage phase is done, we're going to start rolling off the side. So automatically, this infantry section will do 1 damage, dropping this guy to 1 health by default. So that gets removed. That will give them an experience point, which is used to get commanders, level up, and that sorts. Right away, so 1 damage will go through because, I guess you guys can look at it now. If you look here, purple, it's a purple defense. And if it was an infantry dice, we roll. Anything else, we don't roll for. So what that means is, this dice is going to come through. So this thing will take 1 damage. So it will drop this down to 3. But this dice, we got to roll and see if it defends against it or not. Because bunkers have a defense against buildings. And he succeeded in the defense. So just 1 damage. And because we've done damage, that also gives us an experience point. And as a Warmock, I do want that. We're going to roll off here. So again, he's a purple defense. Brian, whoever designed the game, did a good job with the dice. So this tower gets to roll off this dice here. And he does succeed defending it. So no damage there. So that's it for the round. We add any points to anybody's captured, and I'm pretty sure the British have captured the fuel. And that's it. They've just captured the fuel. So now we add the points up. Now I'm going to add both sides because it's going to be a little less confusing for me in the future. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Fuel is going to be 1, 2, 3. We do get 1 victory point there. It's come up to 1. And I'll do the British one right away before I forget. Because sometimes... So, they got 3 manpower. 1, 2, 3. Because they're only holding 1 point. Which is there. We still need to get that one back. Which next turn is kind of my goal with the British to do. Munitions. 1, 2. Fuel. 1, 2. And 2 victory points. So 1, 2. Alright, so Warmock player. What the hell are we doing here? What are we doing? It's really the question right now of figuring this out. So, I guess I could join the Discord chat just in case people want to talk. I'll do that. So if people want to talk to me, we can talk back and forth if they watch through Discord. All right, so, and this is where so now I have enough to bring out tanks, and that's kind of my idea of the Warmock. I want to go. This is gonna be round 5 now. It's my round tracker here. So we're round 5. And technically my goal right now is to really bring the tanks out early for the Warmock. Because I think the Warmock, if they don't get them out early enough, they're going to struggle. I was looking at some of the commander cards. And Jagger infantry looks nice. Assault support looks really nice. So a lot of good looking places there for us to look at. Alright, so what does that mean? What does that mean for us? I need to bring a tank. I need to bring a tank in early. And I'm 1 away from a Panther 4, which I'd really like to get. And I'm also 1 away from a Stone Bomber. Do I just take the bullet and bring out a flak cannon? Now, if I'm correct, those emplacements will not do any damage to it. That is correct. I'm going to use this experience point right away, and I'm going to give my MG squad here a sight dice. I'm going to use the 4 to give my MG anti-tank capacity there. Spending the 4 munitions right there as the mark. You can see the mark kind of charted out. And what else we got left here? Now, do we bring out a tank? I don't want to bring out a Stug 222 because as of right now, I think it's almost too late in the game to bring it out. I almost think I'm better off just... Do I have a Black Panzer Corp? Let me see how that's going to work. Huh. One, two, three, four, five. I think we'll bring out. Yeah, I spent 5 on another Panzer Grenadier, or I spent 4 and bring out a. You know what? Let's do that. Let's bring out a mortar team right now, actually. So that's it for me. Now go to the British side. What are we doing here? So round 4 or 5 is when. I'm guessing round 6 is the standard for heavy weapons to come in. I think the British, we need to start. So we can't level up either right now. I think it's time for British to get a commander out. Oh, they can't get commanders. That's right. That was the deal. They're gonna need to get defenses up. But the problem is, I don't want to put in a an anti-tank defense out open. It's not the smartest idea. It really isn't. If we put one here, oh, this should be red. Because if I put an anti-tank here, 1, 2, 3, I don't even have the sight. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be kind of difficult to manage. I mean, it does have the good it does have that, but the thing is, we got it as a British. I feel like they need to get the tanks out. You can't focus on placements too much. Knowing that I didn't bring out anything much from the Warmock in the sense of anti-tank wise, I'm gonna pass building here. It's because I have no information. That's the reason why. We just gotta save up. We're gonna spend this experience point on another infantry unit. We're gonna give him sight. This one here. And then we'll also spend 5 munitions. Oops, I'm sorry. That experience point is for +1 health. So we'll add that on, give him 5 health. And then we'll spend, that's a +1 health there. And then we're gonna spend the 5 munitions for sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which I already put on there. Now that's going to combine really nice to Beaufort. Beaufort has 1, 2, 3 now. I can take on the MG here if I need to. And so it's going to be a really nice setup there. I think for the British also we need to focus on getting to wave 3 as soon as possible. And man, we're really far behind right now. Really far behind. Definitely want to come here. I mean, the manpower really doesn't seem to be like an issue right now for the British. But at the same time, we're spending 3 to build every time, so we do need that bump up. Alright, so now this is round 5. And we'll have, like always, the Warlock will always go first. Hey, I appreciate the follow, man. So, I think I heard the beep before, before it even showed up, but that's fine. Lex Towers, thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, I'm so playing against myself. This is not, I don't know if the game, I don't know if the game's intended to be played this way, but I'll be honest with you, for some reason, I've been really enjoying it this way. 1, I can learn the factions, and 2, I really try to kick my own ass. I mean, as weird as it sounds, I really am trying to lose. I'm trying to beat the Warlock, but I'm like, my goal is to have the Warlock win, but as the British, I have information that I shouldn't have, so I'm kind of using the British to the advantage, but even then, it's like, it's a really nice yin and yang. I mean, so, it's quite enjoyable, actually. So, we're going to continue on. I don't know if you ever played this game. Lex Towers, have you ever dabbed into this type of game? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But hey, man, I do appreciate the follow. Thanks so much, man. And if you have questions, ask. As I play, I try to kind of describe as much what's going on, but... And we're going down from here. Alright, so, back to round 5. This is the beginning of round 5, so... The thing is now, with the Warlock, I did get the MG out, so that's going to be like, this MG, the only reason why I have this MG out is honestly to just put work on these two, to just harass more than anything. The British MG has... not MG, mortar team has 4 range. So, what is it going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ideal spot for him to sit here. 1, 2, here possibly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. The problem is, we do have this that can see it. 1, 2, 3. But, I mean, I'm willing to take the risk. The risk is worth the reward here because... And this is just my process. Alright, guys, don't follow me. The reason is, even if this infantry unit does come in, he could only knock out 1 guy. So I have 2 turns to do damage. And the problem being is now, if I really wanted to, I could set this MG up next turn, go 1, 2. Well, this MG kind of is out of the picture right now, because this we can hit each other now. But right now, with this mortar team set up, I have range of 4, 4, 4. I'm really at a good spot right now there. And I don't want to move my MGs here, here, or here. The only reason being is I do want to keep pinning the units if they move. If they do any kind of movement. So, as the British, obviously, we... I think this infantry unit has to move up here. Because if he doesn't, what's going to happen is pretty much this guy's going to retreat this turn. He has to retreat. He's not going to until the last moment because, well, because if he retreats now, I can go, guys, side of 3. I can have this guy come into here and start sniping him out. So he's going to keep staying retreats, which makes sense. I mean, that follows the logic there. But the problem is this guy here is absolutely not doing anything for the team. So I do want to bring him over here. I want to bring this guy over there. So we'll just do that. 1, 2, 3. Now, do I really want to do that? I mean, right now as the British, we really have the advantage because we have the 2 victory points. Here and here. So is it really worth the advancement? I don't think so. You know what? We're not doing it. It's not worth it. Because where we're at right now as the British, you could just stay right there and I think we'll be fine game-wise. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to move that guy. I can't move this guy here because the MG, like I said, I got 3 sites. So, and I do want to harass this mortar team here. And this MG's got sight here. Hey, Patches. Oh, you guys want to see my cat? I'll show you something, guys. Hold on. Come here. Come here. Here. He's attacking my feet. Alright, so British. In a tough position they are. I think what we're gonna do is I'll spend 2 here. We'll spend the 2. We'll build a bunker. And other than that, we'll spend the 2. We'll build a bunker. And if you guys follow this game on Discord, you guys can go on the Discord chat and you can just talk with me. That's more than welcome to join if you want to join us on Discord. So we're gonna build 2 MG just sandbags here. I do want to protect myself because as strange as it sounds, if this mortar was to attack me here, I still get the defense dice roll. So I know it sounds a little strange, but put that here. There we go. And now we've got one cube left. See, and we can't make the push for here because of the MGs. They're just doing so much blocking, and we have no sight here, which we really need sight. But if I go out here, if I go here, I already get pinned, so I don't provide the sight there. And that's kind of like the yin and the yang there. I'm playing the Warlock good, and I'm playing the British good, because the British, notice how we can't advance either. Okay. I think that's it for now. We're going to pass to the British. We're going to leave the 1 cube go. I mean, at this point, it's almost worth leaving it go, because if you don't leave it go, you know what I mean? It's... Now, what are we going to do with the Warlock? What to do with the Warlock? Oh, my bad. I did use this 3 last turn. Forgot to mark it. The problem right now is we do have sight of this with the MG, but we don't have sight of that. And the sight on these 2 sides really helps solidify that. I mean, one, two, three. Is it worth risking, really, is the question. We'll do that. And the reason why, because my tank's coming out soon. That's going to force him to stay here. Well, force me to stay here. Because now I know this MG's going to get hit. And I can't move in because of the MG there. It's just such a strong counter. So this can play. I will take 2 damage there. Now, the only question I do have is with the retreats. I gotta look that up. Because I know some confusion comes in with the retreats. When does what team says retreat when? Alright, here we go. To retreat, infantry squad place retreat status on its infantry. Move it 3 hexes away. Yep, I know that. Infantry may retreat at any time during the maneuver phase, regardless of the CP they have already spent. Okay. Retreat points are identified in the map missions. Yes. The retreating unit must choose shortest. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now. Okay, it's during the maneuver phase. That makes sense. So I would have to. Next turn, that MG has to retreat next turn. And that's what I mean. I'm just looking for an opening. That's all I'm looking right now is for an opening here. Because this MG doesn't have sight. And that's opening is all that we really need right now just to break through there. So for the British, as strange as it may sound, I'm just going to spend 2 command points. Oh, man. I'm not getting this here, though. It's really hurting. Yeah. Let's do that. That's what we're going to do there. Just going to hold that point down. I mean, that's kind of, I think, the best option to do right there. And we will forfeit a 3rd one, because that's giving me a movement of 1, allowing me to do damage there. Back to the Warmock. And so, in this case here is where I have to retreat this guy. So, 1, 2, 3. We're going to leave that there. I think that's it. I don't think I have much to do left for my units. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what else I can do. It's going to be a tight one. I don't want to move this. I don't want to move this. I can't move that because I already spent 3 on my mortar team. Which I guess should have already been marked. So mortar team, this went first. Nope, did not go first. That was already there. Interesting. This puts me in real. Because this was first. This was second. Yeah, I got 3 more cubes left. And we'll spend a third cube to set up. So we're going to move it. 1, 2, 3. Technically, just 1, 2 cubes there. That's it. Now to the British we go. Okay. We got 1 cube left. Do we want to advance this forward or not? So we really can't. We'll get pinned there. Pin there. That's it. British got to forfeit the other ones. I'm going to forfeit on them. I don't want to move too fast yet. I want to get ready to fight against the tanks. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Back to it. So let's add up. And no new points got added for anybody. As much as the British need this. So British gonna go 3, 2, 3, 2. And that's what I mean by the British player. They're in the lead. They do not need to do anything. Just collect victory points. No rush for them. I'll have the. I mean, they're waiting for the Germans. The Wehrmacht. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 munitions. 3 fuel. And 1 victory point. They are 4 points ahead. They don't need to. We don't need to rush the Germans. You know, the British. They're fine. Now battling. So. One there. Two there. British ship. Yep, just 2 damage. That's right. Okay, and now. I don't have sight here. I do have sight there. So that's it for the setup. This dice should not be here. Alright, damage phase. So this guy takes 2 instantly. That is 1 victory experience point there. So he'll take. Let's roll the HE damage first. Miss. Wow. So, and now he's gonna roll his 2 defense dice for the anti-infantry. Block both of them. And so he just takes 1 damage. We're down to 3, but he will heal here. So brings back up to 4. That does give us an XP. Here, they'll take 1 damage, bring down to 2 health. And that's it. Now we got the resources. So nothing's changed for me either. We already did the resources, that's right. Alright, so now we're going to go to the build phase, and Warmock's always going to be first. So what do we got here? It's tanks. Time to bring the tank in. Now, as much as I want to go with the storm, this thing here, I think the Panzer is always the better option. Because it does anti-tank and anti-infantry. That's it. We're just gonna go straight up that roadway. We're 1 experience points. We could give that Panzer IV a speed dice, which I think might honestly be the best thing to do. Or we'll give a Panzer Grenadier a defense die. Yeah, I think we're gonna give Panzer Grenadiers 1 defense die. Just gonna add that in, because I mean, you're almost guaranteed to always be safe. And what do we have left? Okay. Let's bring in a Kubel wagon. Okay. Bring the Kubel wagon over here. Okay, I do like that there. This is just a retreat point, so everybody knows where it's at. And with 2 munitions, that's it. Leaves us nothing left. Alright, British. Okay, we do know tanks coming in. We got a speed die here. Gotta go tier 3 now. We're gonna need to build a we'll double check something. So 2. There's 2 anti-tank, which is gonna be 2 health left, 1, and a mortar killing it. What if we don't even build it? What if we don't even build it? That's gonna give us enough fuel next turn to build the tank. I'm about to sneeze. Yeah, I think if we don't even build it, it's gonna give us enough fuel. We need to build the extra tank then. And I think that's what I'll do. I think as the British, like I said, we don't need to win. I mean, we need to win, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Will I have enough to build the tank second wave? Getting 3. So if I bring down 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I guess I could, yeah. So let me build it. We will build it. Because we just need to defend this point. That's all we need to do. We just need to defend that point, and we'll win. We have 3 munitions. What can we do with 3 munitions? We're gonna spend, we will spend 2 of it. We're gonna put defense die. Let's bow for here. Okay. I think the British should be fine now. Oh, we're doing an experience point. Hold on. Sure, save for the Cromwell tank. Interesting. No, we'll use it now. We don't need to save it. There's no need to save it. Okay, no need to save it, honestly. Alright, so that's it. We're done with that. And now we're going to proceed to maneuver phase. Always start with Wehrmacht, because that is my player. Because I can get commanders to Wehrmacht. I cannot get commanders to British, just the rule. But the Wehrmacht will always go first, and the British technically always go last. So that's kind of the ruling there. Because there is, I think, maybe not. I mean, in this game especially, that advantage, disadvantage, it really didn't seem to be panning out too well. So, I'm not sure if there really is advantage or not. I think there is, but in some games I don't. I think MGs really swing that, just because of movement reasons. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna go. One, two, three, four. No, I definitely want to move in further. We want to have the Germans. I gotta advance them. If I'm not advancing them, we're gonna fall behind. And that 4th movement was enough to speed die. They get speed dice. That's why I got that 4th movement. That's why 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to move the tank yet. I don't want to move the MGs. MGs are most important right now to me. Oh, this thing did heal up. Went back to full health. So let's fix that. I mean, honestly, as strange as it sounds, the British, we don't need to do anything. Actually, at this point, we need to move this up. Huh. So, we gotta use this opening while we can. It's only gonna do 1 damage, possibly 2. 3 damage here. If the Kuba Wagon, I think does 1 damage. Yeah. Move 1 there. This MG with the 3 range and covering fire is just doing so much work. See, that's what I don't want to do as a British. I don't want to use up their movement here and put a sandbag like this. It's just not advantageous, because I can just move for 2 here. I mean, the MG is the only thing that's in the way right now. And we do need sight of that. Okay, there we go. We're gonna go here. We gotta open up the MG section. So now we have sight here. So now this thing can shoot it. So this thing's gonna have to retreat. And I think that's it. I think we're gonna pass on the last one. So 1, 2. We want the MG reset up. So I'm gonna reposition MG this way. This guy will finish his retreat. Okay, I think that might have been the better option there. Why? I'll tell you what. So now. Now I'm not going to use the whoops. Here we go. We're gonna set up a bunker there, another sandbag there. Interesting. It's gonna be 2 there, and that's gonna open up my Panzer, and I want him to move too. 1, 2. Three. All right, now the British have one last movement. Now, when it comes to repair, can we repair one adjacent infrastructure or all infrastructures get repaired next to it? Interesting. Oh, here we go, repairs. If a unit is in the same max as a battle defense and receives damage, both units. Right. But what about healing it? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What about I think it might be in the basic rulebook. So I just got to figure this out because it's gonna be kind of important. In I know it's during the supply phase, so I do know that. So we just gotta look that in. I don't want to make sure that we have that's the right setup. Additional combat rules. Yep. Reinforced. Here we go. Units with the repair icon can repair one adjacent vehicle or replace. Okay, so it's one. That's it. That's all we need to know. So if he doesn't move back one, he's going to get pinned. But if he doesn't move back one, he's going to get healed. Two. Set command point there. We're just going to put the guy in the building. And, I mean, really, there's nothing else to do. So the British are done there. We need the tanks. We really need tanks back from the British. And so they're coming in. Let's do combat first. And after combat, we'll decide resources and all that. Alright, so kind of neat situation here. Let's start here. It's done there. He's going to attack one here. Damn, he does not have the sight anymore. Oh man, I shouldn't have pulled back. But the problem is, if he did pull back, he would have taken, I guess, the same amount of damage. Man, this is what I mean by MGs is so strong. This one MG unit in that building is doing more damage, has done more like control of map than any other unit I've played so far. Okay, so this has no range, can't hit nothing. Now go here. Infantry section is obviously going to put 1 damage on him. That's correct. This is going to put 1, 2, and then 2 more there. From the MG so that Beaufort's hitting this and the anti-tank gun's hitting this. And I'm pretty sure that's everything. That looks like that's everything. Alright, so we'll do damage here first. So this guy will take 2 damage right off the bat. Down to 3. And then we gotta roll this defense dice against the anti-artillery. Oops. Let me pick that up. That would be nice if he rolled a blank. Okay, so he does block that. So it takes 2 damage. So the Germans do get a victory point, experience point there. Next, they take 1 damage, bring them down to 2 health. The British get a victory point there. Experience point, my bad, experience point. Keep saying the wrong thing. After that, we go down to here. Mortar takes 1 damage, down to 1 health. Gone. Oh, we forgot to set up when my tank's attacking. So the tank is going to put, so how the tank works is kind of interesting. His turrets. Oh, he doesn't hit infantry. Oh my god. Okay. Interesting. So he's gonna do all 3 damage to this, to the AT gun here. Now the reason is, I'm pretty sure my tank's gonna survive. If this thing gets down to 1 health, oh, we still have the mortar fire. That's right. My bad. Let's still finish this up because the mortar does have sight. So Control V. We could possibly wipe this out. There we go. Alright, so done fighting here. This is all done. That took a damage from him. Alright, this tank is gonna roll these to see if these penetrate or not. And no, he blocks them. And now he has 2 frontal armor against a 2 anti-tank armor. So let's see what happens here. He blocks one, but the one does damage to him. Then, this Beaufort, we're gonna roll, see if the HE does any damage. It does 1 damage. And now he gets to roll defense die. So blocks it. So that brings it down to, so he blocks the 1 damage and he takes 3, bringing down to 1 health. Damn. And that's what I mean there. I wanted that to kind of happen because that was just kind of, it's almost nice that that happened the way it did. All right, next is resources. So nothing has changed. And that should give us a tank. And the way it's looking, the British really are ahead because they have more victory points. So I mean, we're 5 points behind. It's not good for the Wehrmacht. Oh, okay, then this guy, he does heal 1 because he's next to a emplacement. Yeah, other than that, what's it? Oh, and this guy here heals for 1. Ugh. Oh, I forgot to roll defense die for this guy. Because he has defense die for all attacks. Does block that, so technically she still have 3 health. There we go. I think that'll bring another mortar team, honestly. Okay. That's it. That's it for the Wehrmacht, and then we're gonna go back to the Germans, the British. I mean, we did have experience points. Hold on a second. Gave it extra sight and range. Okay, that's it there. Now to the British. Okay, time to bring out the tank. Oh shit, I was looking at the wrong tank. Uh-oh. Guys, my bad. I was looking at the wrong tank here. So this tank did one... Okay, so this is wrong here. So the tank only does 2 of these. And 1 of these. Okay. So let's re-roll that. Okay, so this thing, I just gotta roll this one quick. If it's defending it or not. Does, and then it gets to roll 1 defense dice for 2 damage. So it takes 1 damage, but I still gotta roll the HE, so let me roll the HE. I have to redo that quick. HE does 2 damage. So he takes total of 3, so still breaks down to 1. Okay. Fix that issue. The problem was I should have seen that coming there. Woo! Alright. Take a little break from that. And let's just play some nice ambient music to keep us going today. Interesting. Okay. Okay, here we go. So let's just get the my favorite. Oh, I'm just gonna fix some things quick. There we go. There we go. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we go. Sorry about that. I had to fix a couple things for the sound. Okay. So first thing first. I think that's one to build. Now go to the war mark. There we go. Back to the British. Now the British are building. It's gonna be round 6 also. Yes, we're gonna spend. Gotta bring out the Cromwell. We're gonna select experience points and give it a speed die. Woo! Oh boy, guys, this is a lot. It's pretty fun. Not gonna lie. Let me just double check something. Okay. So here we go. Now, British and everything. Think that's everything I want to do. Okay. I think we're gonna stop it here for today. My brain is getting a little fried. We are at round 6. I did purchase everything I want to purchase. It's just a question of do I put the Cromwell here or here. And I do want to roll. I think I'll leave it there. Alright, guys. I think this is where I'm going to pause it at. Because that was a lot happening. So, I appreciate you guys watching so far. Woo! That's it, guys. Taking a break for now, and we'll get back to it later.